All right, so welcome to our Fast 30. We're 7 minutes in and I forgot to hit the record button. And so we've got Jeff House in the house, and Jeff has just asked me, how to reach out to people, what to say. And so in our DTA training that we did over the weekend, I shared, our why, what hurts you, what's the reason why you got started. So Jeff, we're going to do take two because what you shared was so freaking powerful. So why are you here? Why did you say yes to DreamTrips? What hurts you?
Well, I'm at that point where I want to retire, but I don't want to stop living the way I live my life now. So I have too many people that I know that once they retire, they don't travel. They, don't go out to nice restaurants. They don't drink the same wine they used to drink, that type of thing. I don't want to be that person. I want to retire the way I want to retire and still travel and go where I want to go and not just go someplace because there's a cheap room there or whatever to that effect. So that's why this appealed to me. And, like say, just coming to that realization that I want to retire, but I really can't retire because retirement's expensive. Life is expensive. So,
oh my goodness, that is so powerful. And I don't know if you were watching the faces on this call. So you've got myself, other Jeff, Kath, and Chris, and all four of us. When you were talking, did you see what we were doing? We were all nodding because we're all saying, yeah, me too. We know people who are in the same boat. And what you've just shared, when you share it, if you've got people nodding and saying me too, then immediately now you've connected with them. And that's what this is all about, creating that relatability. Yeah. So, and that's where you then, when you're reaching out to people, you want to share your story. You want to share your why, because then they're going to be going, yeah, me too. And that's when you can say, but look, I've found a way. A friend of mine, Jeff, shared this travel club with me. And oh my goodness, like I'm so excited because now I can see that one, I can save through this incredible club, but it's also a way that I can create an extra income stream so that, when I retire, I don't have to cut back on my lifestyle and all the things that I absolutely love. And I'm really excited to share this with you. Are you open to watching a little 5-minute video?
And I think it's funny just because the fact that I just verbalized that, all of a sudden it makes it more real to me because I don't know if I've ever even said that, but
now I've got goosebumps. Yeah. And this is the thing. And oh gosh, Jeff, you've brought tears to my eyes. Oh my goodness. Oh, there are so many. I'm such an emotional bunny, I tell you. There are so many people who are in that exact space who are, I'm not calling you a walking zombie, but there are so many people who are literally walking zombies in their life. They've just been so knocked down and they don't even know what they want. They don't even know what's important because they're just trying to get through that day. And they don't even have the capacity to think about their retirement. So the fact that you've just had that aha moment, like that is so powerful, not just for what's possible with DreamTrips, but the impact now through you sharing this with others and having them wake up and to actually get present to what they want.
I think one of my aha moments was, I'm sure your government has something similar to it, but like they send you like what you've got coming for retirement. And I looked at that and it's like, I can add an extra $600 if I work until I'm 70. No, thank you. And I mean, when you look at the amount that they're planning on sending me, I'm like, what? How does anybody? Well, I know how they survive on it because they don't do anything. They crawl up in a hole and wait to die, and I don't want to be that person. So,
Jeff, you speak so well. Do you ever do Facebook Lives?
Some I need to do more, but I mean
I'm really encouraging you. Like you speak so well. And exactly what you've just shared and holding up that piece of paper and actually doing that as a Facebook Live, I actually think right now would be your absolute number one best action to leverage your time because it's so relatable, it's so real. And don't try and sell DreamTrips on the call. Like just share this story. This is your scenario. You know that there's so many other people that you've been looking for a way that you don't have to, basically stop life when you retire. You're so excited to share this. And if anyone's open, and this is the thing, if you are open or are you open to checking it out, I'd love to send you a 5-minute video with some info. And that's it.
And I've done marketing before. So I mean, I'm not new to this arena. This is the first time I've done travel. So yeah, a lot of it rings true, and I know what to do. I just need to do it. You know.
Yeah. And look, you heard on the call that I shared, you know, the training on the DTA. It's not trying to sell the travel. It's not trying to be perfect. It's sharing the story. And then the travel club is just a vehicle to get you from where you are to where you want to be. That's it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
This
And
is
it
the
will
most
sell
powerful
itself.
training. This is the most powerful training I've seen in the last couple of weeks. Like that whole thing about what hurts you, Kylie. And just, I don't know, it just really hits home, and it makes it so simple for people like Jeff just to say that conversation and bring out that why. Like, that's powerful, guys. It's really awesome.
And it's funny because I kind of created that through coaching Trish, because Trish was stuck because she was just trying to fire hose everyone and sell this travel club, which, hey, it's amazing and people should join. But, you know, we know when it's too good to be true, people freak out. And that's why I said to her, Trish, why are you here? Why did you join? What's your story? And then as soon as I got the story, it's like, okay, that's what you have to share. And now she's had 4 people who said yes to looking at the video, which up until now, she hadn't been able to do that. So, yeah.
Her exposures at the moment are now 17.
Oh, my goodness. That is amazing. That's so exciting.
Right.
So she's had a massive breakthrough too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's what we need to share with everybody, Kylie.
Cool. I love it. Super simple. We might tweak our fast start training. And this is the thing, right? Like, it's just finding out those little tips and tricks of what works, you know, on the journey. So we're all human. We're all figuring it out together. We're just a little bit further down the road. That's all. Amazing. So Jeff, I would suggest you can do it one of 2 ways. You can share it as a post, but because you do speak so well, I would encourage you to do both. Do a live as well. And then when you're reaching out to people, you know, you're actually leading with that story.
The other thing that I've done, the other day I did something, it was a marketing thing, and I did it on a reel, and it's amazing the exposure that gets. I mean, Facebook sends me a little, you know, your first and your last current reel, whatever it called it, has gotten over like 1,000 views or where. Now, whether somebody watches the whole thing or not, but still, just getting in front of that many people, I was like, wow.
And doing those and sharing them on TikTok as well. We've got a lady who is in our team who is basically sharing her videos on TikTok, and she's just had a video hit over 12 million views, which is incredible. So she's now got over 33,000 followers on TikTok, which is amazing. So yeah. Awesome. Okay, so let's any other questions, or otherwise let's get into some action. All right, so Jeff,
I'm going to take Jeff's lead and get on doing Facebook Live right now and share what hurts me.
Love it. So what hurts you? I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's really powerful, right? So you've inspired me now, Jeff. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do my what hurts you video after the fast 30. So I'll do mine in 15 minutes. So
well, I'm in Facebook jail at the moment, so I'm going to do another action step.
Yeah. So you got to take some different action so that you can actually bring some people in, which is awesome.
Yeah. Attraction. Yeah.
Cool. All righty. And Kath, what about you, beautiful? Do you know who you're reaching out to, or do you need some help?
I've got a list that I created on Saturday that obviously I had my beautiful husband home all weekend, so I was not in action. But that's today's job now, to reach out to those people on Facebook. So through Rapid Funnels, but yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
Get the video sent. So yeah.
Love it. All right, beautiful. And we'll catch up later.
Yeah, I don't know whether you got my messages.
I've seen them coming through this morning.
Okay,
I've been on back-to-back calls. So I was I was
good.
good. I was like, oh, I've got to message you back.
Yes, please do.
I will. I promise. Awesome. Chris, did you get Rapid Funnel hooked up? Did Jeff get you tech challenged?
I've got a computer geek coming here at 12:30 to sort all out because I've been hacked.
He's been hacked.
So the whole thing's a mess. So it's like everything's interlinked. So I can't really sort anything out.
Okay.
I spoke briefly to him over the phone. He says, "No, I definitely got to come have a look at this," and he's going to put me in a program so that he can just keep me up to speed with anything I need. So I'm just going to get him to tidy up the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right. We'll sign
have
him
my
up
list.
as well, okay?
I've got a list, I just can't go nowhere.
I was able to identify that he's hacked, but I can't help him any further than that. So
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
sounds like
So this is how I'm doing my business today.
old
Oh,
school.
cool.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's
Nothing wrong with that.
And you know what? That's the beautiful thing. I actually saw a really good video with Lauren Clement this morning. Kath, did you see that video?
I haven't seen the video, but obviously I know Lauren.
Yeah, she's basically she brands businesses. So she's a branding brand guide, I think she calls herself.
Yeah.
And so she did a photo. She's actually at the Grand Canyon. She's staying at Las Vegas. And she said, you know, getting here to the Grand Canyon, it took a lot longer to get here than what she had planned. She said, you know, you could ride a bike, you could, you know, get a car, you could take a bus. And there's some ways, like if you ride a bike, it's going to take a lot longer to get there and it's free. Or you can do what we did, which is going to cost you some money, but we can get there way faster. And then she turns the camera around and they've caught a helicopter out to the Grand Canyon. And she said, it's no different to building a brand. You know, you can get there. There's so many ways to get there. As long as you're in action, as long as you're doing it, you'll get there eventually. And you can go the slow way and that's fine. Or you can pay money and fast track it. And I really like that analogy because I thought it's so relevant to what we do in this business is that there's, you know, it's your business, it's your life, you get to do it your way. So if you're write a list and call people, well, that's just do that. Like there's nothing wrong with that. And Chris, you could probably build a business way faster doing that than trying to sort out all this tech shit anyway. So it's all good. Yeah.
I just got to add more kids so I can get one of the kids to do it.
You already got
Chris,
enough
you do
kids,
not
Chris.
need any more children. I'm just saying.
Jeff, Chris has got how many kids have you got again, Chris?
13. I've raised 13 kids, but I've got 3 at home.
Look on your face.
Oh, wow. Super dad.
Actually, one of the oldest ones at home might be a breakthrough when she gets here as well. She's over in the Philippines at the moment, but when she gets back, I might be able to encourage her to do some work for me at $10 an hour or something.
If you paid her $5 an hour, she'd probably think it'd be amazing.
That's it.
$5 an hour plus a cookie. Brilliant.
And she's got to work in the coffee shop as well.
Yeah, and she's got to bake dog cookies. So you know.
That's it. You can make cookies as well.
I love it.
And Chris, pen and paper never breaks.
No, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, though.
Actually, to be quite honest with you, I actually do better doing it that way, to be honest, because when I speak to people, people listen because I got an entrepreneurial background. So when I ring people, I go, oh, what do you need? And then I just sort of go into what I'm doing. And if it's for them, it's sort of the penny drops straight away and you can kind of hear it in the conversation. And then I can steer the conversation to wherever I need. And then I usually use my rapid funnel to go back then and say, well, here's a small little presentation to confirm everything I've just told you. And that's generally enough. And then I ring Kylie and say, here, sign that one up because I can't go past that.
Just get a name and a phone number. Ring them and sign them up.
That's it. But a lot of times I actually find with people that you know, they trust and love you enough that they'll actually listen to what you have to say. So if you can actually get in that 10 minutes of a decent conversation with them, and you'll get a feel whether they're in or out, and then you just go from there after there. And sometimes I rather do that, and I kind of plant a seed too, because then I can always come back to them later and say, oh, you know how I was talking to you about that? Well, it's now gone to this stage, and now we've got a promo, and so it gives you an excuse to go back a number of times.
Old school sales.
It so is. I love it.
Sales. I love it. Like that's essentially what I'm doing, but I'm only have to do the initial step first and build rapport with complete strangers. So, and then that's basically where I'm going with the conversation. I'm just using messages as my tool. Yeah. This is it. What's highlighted for me in this conversation, right, is we're all got our own way of doing it, but they're all just tools, right?
They're all just tools. At the end of the day, it comes down to heart conversations. However you're leveraging that, whether it be through a Facebook Live, an attraction marketing post, a phone call, messenger, text, whatever. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. And for all of us, the key is connecting the other person to what's their why, what hurts them. And then this becomes a solution to whatever their problem is. So, yeah. Love it. Good training, guys.
This is probably the best training I've seen in a while. Don't get me wrong, your trainings are really good, Jeff. Like we do some excellent trainings at the next level.
I had one other thing that one other thing that I was going to ask was, because we're on different continents, obviously, like it's 5:30 here, it's morning time for you guys. Is there somebody on the team that's more in the States or whatever, that like it, let's say I wanted to do a three-way text or whatever, and somebody's, is there somebody to, not that I don't want to send it to Jeff, but I mean, if you're sleeping on it, it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Actually,
that makes
Jeff,
sense.
for you, we've actually just signed up a rock star who used to be part of this business before COVID, before it all stopped. He's actually part of Chris's team, so I can probably connect you up with him. Yeah, he's been on a bunch of dream trips, like just absolutely loves it. So he would be a really good person for us to connect you with, so we can do that. But you know what? Our absolute top leader, Martin Ruoff, he is based in the US as well. He's just hard to get a hold of, but I can also connect you with him. But here's what I'm going to share with you is we need someone to step up as our leader for the US. So, you've got the opportunity to be that leader. Go freaking take it. Like, I've only known you for 2 minutes, but from what you've shared, the way you communicate, like you could totally crush this and be our team leader for our whole US region. So just go claim it, babe. It's all yours.
Yeah, it works.
And,
it works.
And Jeff, just on top of that, mate, as long as it's sort of pre-scheduled, like we, a couple of hours out, I'm happy to get up at midnight or 2 a.m. to get on a call. Like, that's the type of person I am. I'll go out of my way to make it work.
Right. So,
and I
like I said,
only sleep 4 hours a day, so give me.
Now we're here
well, and
he's a ninja.
once my head hits the pillow, I'm out. So it's like,
yeah. Look, and for me, Jeff, I'm not a night owl. I'm a morning person, so I'm normally up pretty early, which is your kind of midday-ish time. So so from midday through to when you go to sleep, I'm good. It's just the other end in your morning, but typically most people tend to build this in the afternoon, evenings anyway. So we've definitely got you covered. And just the other thing you can do is pop any of us in a three-way chat and just say, hey, these guys are based in Australia, so they're probably asleep now, but as soon as we wake up, we'll always jump in and answer messages as well.
And that's the nice thing about a three-way chat is, you might not see it for a while, but as long as, if I tell somebody, it's like, my mates in Australia are sleeping probably, but they'll get back to us.
Just be transparent.
Yeah, just communicate that, and most people are great with that, and remember, we're the ones creating urgency anyway. It's not like they're in the urgency place, we're creating that. So too easy. Amazing. All right, now I can see we've also got Sue Cooper on. I just wanted to check in with you, Sue. I've already been on a call with Sue today for our Let's Talk Travel Tuesday preparation. Did you have any questions with regards to the business building, hun, or where are you at? Do you need any help? And you're muted, beautiful.
I always forget that last little click.
It's all good.
To be honest, I'm really struggling reaching out to people.
Yep.
And that's an internal thing that I'm working towards. I have had a few no's from friends. I've had a few yeses from friends. I did the mentor message from, I think it was a weekend call, to one person straight after that, and crickets.
Yep.
I need to get over myself and just, if someone unfriends me, then whatever.
You need to get over your mosquitoes, like they were talking about on the DTA.
Exactly.
That's a mosquito.
I watched that DTA training last night, and
it's
mind
amazing.
blowing. I have so many notes from it. So I just need to keep at doing it my way and see what happens.
Yeah. And what's the fear that's coming up for you, beautiful? What are you worried about?
I really struggle having conversations. And it's that internal fear of having a conversation with someone. And I know it sounds ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. It's actually very normal, and most people are actually in the
Yeah, I was
exact
gonna say
same
we've probably all
space.
felt that.
Yeah,
Can I share?
sure,
What's that,
Jeff.
sorry?
Can I share? So, as you know, Sue, like I've shared my story a couple of times now.
Yeah.
I joined this Australia Day 2022.
Yeah.
Been it for 18 months, and I've only just started having breakthrough in probably the last 3. I signed up in between the 3 months prior to when I first signed up. I joined probably about 10 people, so maybe one every 2 months.
Yeah.
And that was because, you know, yes, we had the $1,500, but any day of the week, it's still the same action steps, whether it's the $1 or whether it's $1,500 to join, right? I struggled too. I did not want to get on the phone and reach out to people, especially my friends and family. So I had to really go through and find out what's that story, what's that block. That's why Kylie asked you what's the fear about it all, because she did the same thing to me. So you really need to process that. But at the end of the day, the best thing to do to conquer fear is to run towards it, not away from it.
Yeah. And that's why I'm still here.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
But, I suppose it's a numbers game. You just got to be for me, what worked for me was learning to be detached from the results and just focus on the actions.
Yeah.
And
I think I need to sit down and really clarify why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And because it's not like, I want to travel. Like everyone, well, not everyone, but most people want to travel. I don't feel that that's enough.
Yeah. It's not hurting you if you don't travel, right?
No.
So you got to go deeper and peel back the layers of the onion to what's really hurting you. Why are you really here? What do you really want?
Yeah. I'll work on that today.
And here's the other thing that I did with Jeff, Sue, and this is where I wanted to go with you, is just don't worry about reaching out to talk to people about dream trips. Just reach out and talk to people and just start conversations. So just completely take dream trips off the table and just start having conversations with people. So like when Kath rang you, like we just rang you. We didn't think about what we were going to say. And, you know, I think it was actually when we spoke to you that we actually come up with the cruise thing. What are you doing in 6 months? We're going on a cruise. Like we literally kind of just made it up on the fly and went, oh, that worked. Let's do that. Which was hilarious. So for you, when you just dial the number, something has to come out of your mouth, right? Because they're there. They're just a person. And like a really good place to practice, and like you don't even have to mention dream trips, is go back to every person that you've built a website for in the last 2 years and just reach out and say, hey, just wanted to reach out and say, hey, how are you? Like, how's business? How's life? What are you up to? And, you know, business owners love to tell you how freaking bad it is and complain and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And you can just go, Sounds like you need a holiday. You're not going to believe it, but, you know, my old business coach and mentor actually reached out to me and then share from there. Like it literally could be that simple. All right. Is that giving you some action steps?
I'm quite the opposite. I like the no's because I know there might be 7 no's and then there's a yes. So you're a no? Fantastic. Next person. You're a no? Okay, I've got to talk to somebody else.
Make a game of it.
I just go with that momentum. And the other thing is, Sue, you're planting seeds all the time. So they go, oh, that travel thing you started to talk to me about, what happened with that? Because you meet them a couple of weeks later. I go, oh, shit, I should have spoke to you back then. 50 other people are in now, but this is what it's all about. And sometimes it's just, bang, are you interested? Not okay, see you later. Because you know that you've got to get through 10 to get one sign up. So you're a no? Fantastic. Next. Are you a no? Okay, fantastic. Oh, you're a yes. Okay, I need to stop and talk to you. And and sometimes it's better to do that for your own, not get in your own head. And just go next, and go down your list. And okay, you got to the end of the list. But the thing being is that now you're getting better at handling objections because you've had so many. You sort of get seasoned, and it's like, whatever, see you later. And you go to the next one. And that sort of helps with my momentum.
Rhino skin.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
100%.
Exactly what-
So if we switch that conversation, so now so there's plenty of ways you can approach this, right?
Yeah.
You can't say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. So if we actually follow the system, so I was actually giving you I guess the easy soft version to just practice having conversations. But if we go with the Chris, Micaiah, the KickAss Kylie, version, it would ring those same people and say, hey, Sue, real quick, I know that I, did your website for you a couple of years ago. Like I've only got a couple of minutes, but I know you love to travel and I know Hey, I just wanted to see, are you open to, watching a real quick 5-minute video or something that I think would absolutely benefit you and change your life? And that is a really easy conversation. You could do 20 of those in an hour. And that could be really a quick and easy one too. And then it's also easy for us to, join forces, because then you can talk about Kath or myself as, business owners that we've already, taken this journey. And then, we can jump on a 3-way chat or a call with you.
All right. I'm doing 10 today.
I love it.
Love it.
Go, girl.
And Sue, just, I've known you a long time, right?
Yeah.
I've done training with you and you're incredible.
Yeah.
When you're passionate about something, you're amazing. So don't forget that. You're passionate about this. So just remember that. You're amazing.
All
You've
right.
got
Thank
this.
you. Thank you.
It's
You've got this.
it's funny how this thing up here takes over and
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, look, it's 10:30.
Today.
So let's go smash it out. So I'm just going to do a little screenshot so I can see who's on this call. Everyone smile. Lovely. Strike a pose. So now I can see who's on here. So what's everyone committing to with numbers? So 10 for you that you're reaching out to, Sue. I love it.
I think I had 9 or 10 on my list. I can't remember now.
10 for you,
Yeah.
Kath. That's
Yeah.
easy. Yep.
Yeah.
For today or for the week?
No, for today.
Today.
Committed to reaching out or
Can we just make it all 10? Is that 10 or more?
I've got-
Cool.
I've already done 10, so I'm going for 50.
Well, okay. 10 more. So
Good work, Jeff.
So I'm going to share this to the chat for accountability.
Yep.
So basically, once you've reached out to 10 people, I then want you to pop in the chat, yes, I've reached out to 10.
Cool.
Sound good?
Yep.
Amazing. All right, guys. Well, let's go get
All right.
it. And if you need anything, just pop in the chat or reach out to one of us and we're here to help you.
Just a little tip. Don't get stuck on Facebook. LinkedIn is working really great for me at the moment.
Ah.
I
okay.
got kicked off LinkedIn. LinkedIn doesn't love me.
Just using the exact same strategy, just reaching out to people and going through building a rapport. And I've got about 20 conversations going out. I sent out 50 last night and I got 20 in action.
So when you get in Facebook jail, you go to LinkedIn. And then when you get in LinkedIn jail, you come back to Facebook.
You got me worked out. You know me too well.
And when that fails, you go to Instagram. And when you get kicked off that, you go, crap, I'm going to go out to the shops. I'm just going to go talk to people.
Either that or I'll go to TikTok and I'll use every social channel. What about Snapchat? Snapchat's still around?
Well,
Yeah.
Jeff, you've also got your phone. I'm sure if you looked at the contacts of your phone, there's plenty of people that you still haven't spoken to. You're not going to run out of people.
No. I'm not fussed about that.
I love it. All right, guys, game on. Let's go see who can reach out to 10 the fastest.
Have a great day.
Love you guys.
Bye. See ya.
Bye.